A Seat at the Table helps minority women overcome barriers that limit access to leadership roles within corporations, government entities, entrepreneurship, and the community. Through this initiative, organizers work to create a change in communities and businesses. Here to talk more about it is founder Jordan Coleman. Jordan, you're a friend of the show at this point.
I am.
I am so excited about what you guys have going on. Okay, so for anybody who doesn't know what A Seat at the Table does, how would you explain it?
We shatter the glass ceiling for women of color.
Yes.
So we work in a space to ensure that women have access to leadership roles and really a seat at the table to be able to leverage that change. So
I love that so much. And some people are like, okay, well, why is that important? But really and truly, I mean, it's a growing community and we still need much more out there. What made you even want to start this initiative in the first place?
That's a great question. So working in corporate America, I fought for my seat at the table over and over again. My voice was stifled and I just didn't have the opportunity to really have that space. And so I wanted to create a space where we can discuss these issues and we can really challenge the system so that we can move up. So
I love that, you know, and making it imperative to have a connection. I think that that's incredible because I think sometimes people don't realize that, like, okay, sometimes you need the physical space to meet new people and to have these conversations. And I mean, and every time they meet up, let me tell you, it's a good time. When it comes to this year's event, Sisterhood at the Conservatory, it's set to honor and acknowledge women of color who are making contributions, breaking barriers, creating positive change, all within Indy. Why is it so important that you shine a light on these women and their dedicated efforts?
Because they don't always have space. You know, I think about that woman that works with her head down and she's always doing the work. She's going above and beyond, but she just doesn't get that recognition. So I wanted to give space for that particular woman. Someone that's amazing, that's not on the top of the 40 and under 40 list, but someone that's doing great work. So that's why we created this.
I love this so much. I mean, you know, first of all, I am a fan of Jordan Coleman, 1. 2, I'm a fan of A Seat at the Table. And 3, I love that you are so intentional with your programming because it's true. There's so many amazing women out there, especially women of color in our community that are doing the work, but a lot of times they don't get recognized. And so why not get recognized at the conservatory? I'm just saying. Okay, so in this process, when you have these events and when you get a chance to get people together, what have you learned? I mean, of course, you're providing it so much, you're pouring into everybody else, but what's one thing that you've learned that you didn't expect to learn, I guess?
So very interesting. I learned that Black women don't like to be celebrated. And that was very eye-opening to me because I was giving space, but a lot of them draw back and they're like, no, this is what I do. I don't need the recognition. But it makes me push even harder to say you need the recognition and you need to be celebrated. So yeah, I would say that's the one thing that just transformed the way that I see this whole process.
Isn't that something? That's an interesting conversation I want to have real quick because there's cultural components to how we see ourselves, to what we allow in our spaces, to what we succumb to what we get into, all of those things. And it's so interesting. In certain cultures, celebration is everything. And then in others, the more success you have, the less that you tend to want to celebrate yourself. That's something, right?
It is.
My goodness. And I always wonder, I always try to have the conversation of like, where does that come from? Like, is it our ancestors? Is it our environments? Is it a mix of both? I mean, I'm sure you've been having these conversations all the time.
I think it's ingrained in our DNA. I think it's the way that we have lived through so much trauma. To celebrate something great is like, oops, like it accidentally happened to me. Instead, it should happen to me, that I'm worthy of good things. So really changing that lens and flipping that and understanding, no, you deserve to be here, you deserve to be celebrated.
That's the t-shirt. You deserve to be here, you deserve to be celebrated. I love this so much. Sisterhood at the Conservatory is taking place August 27th. 2023, obviously this year, the Conservatory at Evergreen is where this will be. And of course, to find out more information about this amazing event, all you have to do is head over to allindiana.tv. Jordan, thank you so much. Also, the next time y'all see Jordan, I should go shopping with her because she knows she'll be dressing us down, okay? Dressing us down. Thank you for all the work that you do. Oh, man, so good.